What is going on, guys? Taylor Stuber with Locks DFS.com, bringing you my locks and sleepers for this Monday 11-game NBA slate. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I appreciate all the happy birthdays I received on Friday. It means more than you think. But yeah, it's time to get back onto this video upload grind. I'm going to be having a public live stream for completely free for all you guys at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try to do this Monday through Friday. Addie will join me sometimes. Sometimes it'll just be myself. I think today's just going to be myself. But to announce the winner of last week's giveaway, it is Zip Zap Zig. So make sure to DM me on Twitter at Taylor Stuber or our company at Locks DFS, letting us know it's you, and then we will go ahead and give you your free NBA, NHL, college basketball, soccer season pass, whichever you want. It's yours to choose. And then if you want to enter for this week's giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and then comment below with your favorite play of the day. Actually, let me know in the comments if you're going to show up for this live stream. I want to see how many guys I can get into it, because I think when we did it last time, we had about 200 viewers. So I know we can get more than that. But yeah, time to get into these plays. Right before I started making this video, James Harden was upgraded to probable, and that moves Chris Paul from nearly must play to an average play at best. They moved his price up a lot on DraftKings, up to 8.3K. And with James Harden healthy, even though it is a great game against the Atlanta Hawks, he's priced appropriately. There's not much value in that price. But I do think it upgrades Clint Capella quite a bit at 7K. I think he resumes his role of 36 minutes against a dreadful Atlanta Hawks team that's number one in the league in terms of pace. Like I said, I just got this news, so I haven't really looked into it that much, but I do know that Clint Capella is the only beneficiary on this Rockets team with Harden in, so I'm going to take a look into that. Going to be in my Slack chat talking about that. So yeah, if you're a member, I'll let you know what I think about that after I look into it. But anyways, let's just get into it. Milwaukee Bucks, Chicago Bulls, 226.5 over under. Has dropped 2 points, but that's mainly because Giannis was moved down to doubtful, not likely to play this game. And so it's kind of just like a no-brainer play. These guys are always chalky when Giannis is out, but they're always like 60% rather than like the 80, 90% like they should be. We go over here to NBA Wowie. And I'm only taking Giannis off the court. While I could take off like George Hill, John Henson, Thon McCurr, I want to get the biggest sample size I possibly can from the important players. And Giannis is really the only important player in that scenario. The other guys don't really move the numbers that much. And so we get a big sample size with 588 minutes from Chris Middleton. Has a usage rating of 31.5%. Eric Bledsoe with a 27.2%. But if we over here to ball handling, the assist percentage, a 36% assist percentage for Eric Bledsoe. He's averaging 1.55 fantasy points per minute. Chris Middleton 1.35 fantasy points per minute, and they dropped their prices significantly on both sides, really, but on DraftKings, especially at 6.4K for Eric Bledsoe. He's going to play 38 minutes against a Chicago team that's 8th worst in the league in terms of defensive rating. It's supposed to be a close game now. And it's mainly due because before last game, the 2 games before, there was just 2 really weird outlier games where he was scored in single-digit fantasy points, which just it's not telling of how he's actually playing this year, and I would not expect that outcome at all for the rest of the year or ever in his career. That's just really weird, especially for it to happen back-to-back games. And then Chris Middleton is only 6.3K, and we go over here to FanDuel, 6.9K, and I believe he's 7K over here with Chris Middleton. So very, very affordable. Don't even think twice about it. These guys are my favorite plays of the day. Even Malcolm Brogdon, 6.2K over here is kind of pricey, but he's averaging 1.17 fantasy points per minute. And like I said, he's going to be playing 34, 35, 36 minutes this game. 5.4K over here on DraftKings. The only worry that there is that Nikola Mirotic is here. And so instead of Ersan Ilyasova replacing Giannis for the majority of the minutes, it's going to be a guy like Nikola Mirotic, which they're slowly bringing him into it. So I think he probably plays 22, 24 minutes this game, which It's not that worrisome, but it's definitely something to look out for. So I think you can take their usage down a little bit. I wouldn't budge the percentages or the assist percentages at all. But they're gonna have similar numbers, I would expect, especially against a Chicago team that's that poor on defense. And then one of my other favorite plays on the day, I don't know how chalky he's going to be, but it's going to be Jonas Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson's still out, so that front court is pretty thin right now. It's pretty much just Jonas Valanciunas, Joakim Noah, and Avon Robb, with Valanciunas only playing the 5. And then you look over here on Popcorn Machine, their willingness to play Joakim Noah and Jonas Valanciunas on the court at the same time is really promising, just knowing that they want to get both those guys on the court, because I think they're trying to win games. I don't know, even though Mike Conley's his minutes are dipping down, his production's dipping down as well. Doesn't seem like he's really giving it a full go right now. And so we want to play Jonas Valanciunas if he's going to get minutes. Last game they said they were going to monitor his minutes just because he was coming back, and he ended up playing a season high of 30 minutes, scoring almost 50 fantasy points a minute. I mean, since coming over to this Memphis team, and it's a little over 70 minutes of play, I can't remember offhand, he's averaging 1.6 fantasy points per minute. It's just impossible for me not to play him, especially when he's only 6.4K, I believe. Yeah, 6.4K. It's hard for me not to play him. Over here on FanDuel, I think he is kind of priced out at 7.6K. It's still doable, though, when he's averaging 1.5 to 1.6 fantasy points per minute. Even on the season when he was playing for the Raptors, when he was playing aside Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, never really Serge Ibaka, but he was still averaging 1.35 fantasy points per minute. It's never been the production that's been the concern for Jonas Valanciunas. It's been the minutes. So if he's going to end up playing 28, 30 minutes a game, he's going to be like an 8K player. The only worry about this spot is that he's playing a Lakers team that really doesn't want to play JaVale McGee or Tyson Chandler at the 5. A lot of the times they'll play Kyle Kuzma against traditional centers at the 5. So I don't think that will take Memphis off of playing Jonas Valanciunas. It's probably just a plus, because if they have Kyle Kuzma guarding Valanciunas, it's not going to bode well for them, and he's going to probably smash them once again. So I really like Jonas Valanciunas again. I like the Milwaukee guys, Bledsoe, Brogdon, Middleton. Those are some of my favorite guys on the slate. But again, we're going to have this public live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so be sure to be there. And then we're going to have the private live stream for the members 30 to 45 minutes before lock. Going to be answering every member's questions there, so be sure to be there. And best of luck today, and until next time, peace.